Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Gaia Gaming, and I have a gameplay video for you guys from our locals at Cool Comics and Games in Cape Coral, Florida. This is some gameplay from BT15 pre-ban list. Some of us are practicing up for that first Ultimate Cup that is still pre-ban list. I am on the right playing Beelstar, Barkstar, Wolfie Mommy, and George Dogantis is on the left playing Anubis. So we have a little. This is a pretty meta, I would say, matchup. I think Anubis is going to be pretty popular in that pre-ban BT15 meta. It's going to be like Anubis, Apocalymon, Beelstar might be up there a little bit. I think there's some other decks that do pretty well. Pre-ban lists, Melga with Merciful mode. Pretty much anything that could jam a Merciful mode will do pretty well into the Anubis. So George has this board set up. He's got the Psychmon out. He already has Anubis and Merva. He evolves into the Ruin. I'm in a pickle. I'm going to drop that new mat, search out a Garuru. And I am just going to play the Ace, drawing one off that, gaining a memory off mat, and choosing Ruin to not be able to suspend until the end of his turn. Just to try and stead off a little bit of his super early aggression. So he does go into another Ruin. He's going to swing. Gonna minus 5k, so that's minus 10. If he swings with the other Ruin, it's gonna be minus 15. This game's not looking good for me, y'all. Not looking like I'm gonna get this one out of the bag. And he does swing with his highest to play around the rivals, and it works out for him. So good plays on George. We're going to shuffle up into this next one. So yeah, I think that just shows that Anubis pre-ban list is still just a powerhouse. Just being able to just flood the field. Really strong. Alright, here he's going to start us off. Evolve into that Gobbly in the back, into that Soulmon. I'm going to go Gabu, drop a mat. He's going to go into Maycrack in the back. I'm going to be able to get to the Garuru, into the Garuru X. Swinging, drawing, discarding. Dying to Pummel Whack, but I'm going to drop another Gabu X and a Psychmon. Psychmon to hopefully keep him from having too big of a turn here. But it looks like he's probably just going to take the turn to set up instead. Totally valid choice. We're going to climb and do another line. Swing again, draw a discard. I will save it with the Gabu X Inheritable. Dropping mat. We're going to play another Gabu X, adding Garuru, dropping a card. Just really leaning on that Psychmon, just trying to get a little bit of pokes in. Trying to dishearten him from poking me. Just kind of press the little bit of incremental advantage I have. He will just hard evolve into the Merva, which will let him get one back. He does end up swinging at my Garuru. I am going to save it. He goes into Death X just by evolution, which will clear my board. Here I am ready to climb up into this ugly stack with no X, but let's see what we can do. We're gonna discard to unsuspend, draw, discard. We do survive, so we get to swing again. We do survive again, which is pretty wild. Counting up the 7s. Just tanking here for a minute about what to do. Do drop the Beelstar. Bouncing the Death X. Which, don't know if that's the greatest option, but I didn't want to lose the wear to the Death X at the end of the turn. And, you know, here he'll have to play it out and pass memory. I didn't think it was that terrible. But he does just evolve to the Anubis instead. Now that the Psychmon's gone. Pops the Wagerumon anyway. So probably maybe not the best play from me, but here he doesn't have a Psych in trash yet, which is really going to be a big benefit to me, because now hopefully I can make things happen. Couldn't swing there just because of all the blockers, so I just went with Death X to answer the board. He'd need the third Anubis, which he has. Totally fine, totally valid. He's been drawing a ton of cards. Or yeah, he actually might have added that back with Lapramon earlier in the game. Either way, I expected Anubis to come down. He's going to get this wide board, and then he's going to have to decide whether or not he wants to swing. I'm getting pretty high up there on the 7 counts, so I feel like as long as I survive this turn, I'll have a pretty good chance at just closing the game the following turn. So here, we're going to see how he decides to swing, or if he decides to swing. I imagine he will. I know Anubis does want to build the board a lot. Oh, no, he is just going to go with another Merva. Just create a big board of blockers, try and stave off game, while setting up game for himself. Again, totally valid. Solid strategy. I have a Segmon out now. I'm going to evolve to Garuru, because I really don't need that Segmon anymore. Trying to shape my trash to get to a point where Beels is free, so I have rain to answer whatever I need to answer. We're going to swing with the Death X. That probably didn't have to swing. We are going to play the Beelstar for just 2. Getting back rivals. We're going to play 7th Lightning to kill a 6 and a 4. And we're going to calling the Beelstar. Go Proto Form. Discard a couple more and gain a memory. And now Beelstar should be free, but we are going to go to Weregaru. Swing with Beelstar, see if we could force a block. Swing here. We're going to drop Beelstar and get Metal Storm to unsuspend and swing again. So, we got game 2. You guys know what that means. About 9 minutes in. Go ahead and put in the comments who you think is going to win games 3. Just predict it. Predict it while you're down in the comments. If you're not already subscribed, click subscribe. If you haven't rang that bell, ring that bell. Do all the stuff that makes YouTube push my content so that I can grow my army to eventually take on the militaristic government and start a revolution. You know what I'm saying? Shuffling up for game 3. I imagine he's going to ask me to go first. We do go right into Gabumon and pass. The famous Beelstar shuffle. The famous Beelstar pass. You guys know how it could be. But remember, we trust in Beelstar. We let her take the reins, get on that bike, and go. So sometimes you're going to have to pass turn 1, just so you could have a pretty good turn 2. Gabu X becoming more and more of just like a key card in this deck for the search alone is so good. Just being able to fix your hand, the ability to have that hand fixing. I find the games I don't see Gabu X to be much slower and grindier. We do get to take a quick pot shot, drop another Gabu X, find a couple pieces. Getting lucky, being able to get some poke while he's trying to build out his board. Does go into Levia, which will clear my board. Does get to swing, does hit the rivals, which is nice. It's always nice when your security decides to answer the thing your opponent did for the turn. We're going to protoform into that Gabu X, just to be able to get protoform in security if we need it. Go up into Guru X, gain that memory. Got a pretty decent stack here. I'm going to get that swing. Draw discard. We would die, but we're going to save it with the Gabu X. And also trigger protoform. Adding the Gabu X to hand, again, just for more search, for a way to add cards to hand. Here we will Beelstar, just put him at 1, and probably Nailbone, but I probably should have taken out the Ignite. Looking at this now, like I'm putting pressure on, but getting rid of the body might have been smarter. Because here he could push up, evolve to a 4, swing with Ignite, and pop something. It kind of steads off my pressure. It just gave him a play that I could have cut him off access to. Their Death X, pretty strong. I didn't have the Psychmon. I definitely wanted the Psychmon when I nailboned, but you know, I can't always have Psychmon in trash. You could try. We're gonna drop another Beelstar, answer that, and then just hard play the Psychmon because we drew it, leaving him at 1, putting him in a rough spot. There he tanks for a minute, swings with Ignite to pop the Psychmon. We're going to see the Evo into Ogre, and then that's just not enough resources, not enough memory to get up and keep turn, so we are going to see it go to me. We're going to start going up this chain. We're going to swing Beelstar, it dies, and then swing for game. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. You know all the fun stuff. Yeah, I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Bye.